Amanda here from createyourfuture.co. So guys, I got an exciting video today. The most important thing that you need to do to manifest anything quickly, easily, effortlessly. So we are going to dive into that. So this video is just for anybody that's into the law of assumption. And yeah, you're looking to find out maybe where you're stuck. I think this is one of the biggest blocks that we have sometimes. So yeah, just before I dive into it, guys, lots of the coaches we have on the team are having sales. So definitely check out our website, or you can email us at sessions@createyourfuture.co to see who's having sales. Also, the best way to find out who's having sales is to sign up for our mailing list, which the link's in the description below, and you also get a free course when you do so. All the coaches email out through our mailing list when they're having sales, their coupon codes. So really exciting. And yeah, guys, we're also giving away the free course, how to find your blocks to manifest anything fast. It's a great course on how to actually build your mental diet with the intentions that are important to say for you. So everybody's a little bit different depending on what your particular blocks are, meaning, what your, contrary thoughts to what you're creating are. So that course will help you dig through and create the perfect list of intentions for yourself. So yeah, definitely check it out. And also I have a course, Create the Relationship You Love. It is how to recreate anybody, a mother, a brother, a sister. Yeah, people always get great success. It's actually what I use in my life to recreate people. And yeah, if you guys have followed my journey since the beginning of this channel, which was in 2016 when I first met Andrew, you'll know that, I've recreated him every step of the way, and now we are actually married. So yeah, anyway, let's dive into this. So guys, exciting video about the most important thing. So what is the most important thing? The most important thing is to have faith and belief that this works. Okay. It's really important to have that. Okay. When we doubt that our thoughts are creating, or that the law of assumption is real, we're just adding an extra step to what we need to do. Okay. So if I say, I intend, for Jerry to love me, okay? When I intend that, but then I go, oh, but what happens if, law of assumption isn't real and my thoughts don't really create? Okay, well, I'm blocking everything right there by just doubting that me intending Jerry loves me could even be because my thoughts don't even create. So, you've got to have faith. Faith is the most important thing here. So you don't second guess your thoughts, your intentions, your desires, okay? So how do you build faith? This is how I did it. So how I built my faith was I took a list. I took a list of things that I wanted to manifest. Little list, okay, just of little things that weren't that big of a deal, okay? So maybe, somebody offering to buy me coffee. I remember always getting free parking was on that list. Just little things like this were always on the list, okay? And, and as they showed up every day, Andrew buying me flowers, okay, that was on the list. So just little things that were on the list that were just my coworker wearing a red sweater, little things like this, or, somebody, the office, the buying us pizza, or, somebody telling me they had pizza for dinner the night before. So little things like this that were not hard for me to manifest, but were just enough, that were odd enough for me to go, oh yeah, I totally created that, right? Were really important for me to do, because every time I got those little tiny manifestations, it built my belief, my faith that my thoughts actually create, right? So the other thing that actually helped was the fact that this is actually based in science. And there was an article we shared on our community page, it was about maybe a year ago now, and it's still there, and Andrew actually found the article about how they've actually, bridged quantum. They've got an experiment that shows that in quantum physics that we actually do create, our thoughts actually do create. So that was exciting that that actually came out in the news and stuff like that, right? So that helped to build my faith, right? The other thing that really helped to build my faith is I remember, I was in this course and they said, well, hey, you know what, intend something that's absolutely impossible, okay? And focus on it for 2 weeks. Every day, intend that's going to happen, and don't complain, to your friends and family about it. So I picked parking. parking in my city because I lived in downtown and parking was always paid parking. And it was the biggest pain in the butt. Everywhere was paid parking and it was so annoying. And I would constantly complain about it to my friends and family. I'd go to the pub with my friends and, oh yeah, I had to pay parking, blah, blah, blah. Like, it was just like a pain. Or I'd be like, yeah, I walked because I'm not going to pay for parking. You know, it was constantly complaining about paying for parking. And so every day what I did was I focused on parking being free, parking being free, parking being free. I didn't complain to my friends about paying for parking at all, my family, nothing. And, you know, and what I started noticing was after a few days of doing this, I started finding free parking spots just around the corner and never knew they were there. Or I'd pull up to a meter and park and somebody had left money in it and there was still time on it. Or I'd park into a parking garage and someone would give me their parking ticket, like their little stub if it wasn't by a license plate. And like just little synchronicities like this would happen. Or if it was by license plate, all of a sudden it was like, oh, machine's broken, parking's free today. Like it was constant everywhere. And I was like, oh my goodness. And then at one point I even got a job where they paid for my parking anywhere I went. So I didn't need to pay for parking, like anywhere. Even if I paid for parking, it got reimbursed to me. So yeah, I totally got free parking, you know, and that was a huge breakthrough for me. So, you know, create those little things, okay? Like little things throughout the day that are just odd enough that you know that you've created them, but they're easy to manifest, okay? They're not challenging. They're not the big things like $1 billion. They're not the big things like the SP. They're not things that you consider big, but just, you know, small things, you know, somebody bringing your friend giving you a rose, or, you know, your coworker buying you coffee, just little things that are a little bit unusual, but they are believable to you to manifest in your reality, okay? To really start building your belief, because your belief is the one most important thing. You need to believe that your thoughts create, okay? Because having doubt that your thoughts create, you're just going to block everything. And you don't want to block everything. You don't want to do all that hard work going, you know what, he loves me. I make $1 million, you know, every single month in my sleep, you know, and all these intentions, and then go, oh, but you know what? I don't think my thoughts create. I don't think this is real. I don't think it's going to work. Because then you got to say, no, it does work. I know my thoughts create. I know this is real, right? So belief is the biggest thing, because everyone, as you pushed out, everyone in the universe and everything in the universe is constantly overhearing your thoughts. You know, it's so funny, even things. Okay. So I don't know what happened. I don't know how I intended this, but the dryer started making like this terrible noise. Okay. Like we live in like a 3-story like house, and the dryer's on the 3rd floor, but like, and when it was new, like you couldn't hear it like at all. Like I couldn't hear it down here one single bit. Just when it ended its cycle and beeped, I could hear it down in the living room. And then all of a sudden one day it got so loud. It sounded like a jet engine, like, or that was broken. Like it was so loud. I heard it downstairs in the living room. And I was like, oh my goodness. I'm like, what's that noise? And Andrew's like, it's the dryer. And I'm like, oh my God, of course it's a new dryer. So I was like, okay. So luckily, you know, I manifested that anytime within 10 years of owning the appliance, you can basically pay for an extended warranty. So I phoned up and I got the extended warranty, right? And so I phoned them and, yeah, and they paid for it. And then they said, okay, well, you can't make a claim for 2 months. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm like, the dryer will last for 2 months. I'm sure of it. It just sounds terrible, but it was still like actually drying. And then sure enough, you know what? About 3 weeks later, I intended that the dryer would be fine. And now that I bought the warranty, it wouldn't need service. And yeah, 3 weeks later, all of a sudden it was back to normal, perfectly fine, quiet as a mouse again. I don't know what happened. There wasn't a quarter in there. There wasn't a button. Like it was way louder than that. It sounded like a roller. So anyway, so somehow I intended it to be like really loud and noisy and almost break. And then I bought an extended warranty, expecting to like, you know, do a service call in 2 months. And, but then I was like, no, I'm like, you know what? The dryer is going to be like, oh, there's an extended warranty. I'm going to work properly now. And then all of a sudden it worked totally properly. It's been totally fine ever since. And that was like a few months ago. So again, everything and everyone in your reality is you pushed out, you know, so intend your car never needs maintenance, like never needs repairs, as long as, you know, and it always drives perfectly, whether you maintain it or not, you know, intend your TV is going to work forever. Your treadmill is going to work forever, that your fridge works perfectly for like 20 years, you know, intend the people around you want to be around you. Your SP wants to be with you. You know, everything is constantly overhearing your thoughts, right? So once you've got, you know, the faith and the belief that your thoughts create, you're incredibly powerful. Every single thought that you have is going to go out there and it's going to create, because you're no longer going to be blocking it with the doubt if this even works, right? So yeah, guys, I hope this video helps. No, I intend this video helps you guys. It's nice to see you again. I haven't done a video in a little while, but I thought I would hop on because, yeah, I was talking with someone and yeah, turned out there was, you know, they were doubting and I'm like, wow, huge block. And then they you know, changed their story to this works and their thoughts do create. And then boom, things started coming in. So I thought, you know what? Let's share this and give everyone, you know, a quick little reminder because I think we all need it once in a while. You know, even I need it. I remind myself, you know, that, hey, this does work. Get back on your mental diet, Amanda. You could do this. So guys, yeah, thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.